What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Spade here, and welcome to April's monthly discussion. Yeah, this chair's way too squeaky, but whatever. Regardless, I am definitely taking a break, or at least try to take a break for a little while. Because literally everything fucking hurts at this point. Yeah, I just need a break from pretty much doing everything for a while. Not so long though. Regardless, I do want to take a break for at least a week or so. Hopefully, the pain goes away. My arms are completely set again. Well, at any rate, other than that, when it comes to recording for Let's Play stuff, really didn't do much for that. Finally made a little bit more progress in One Piece Vault Warriors 4, but that's only for one video, and that's it. That is literally everything for Let's Play stuff this month. Not much, but it's something. Other games pretty much distracted me, I guess you could say. So yeah. Overall, I do need to get around to editing at some point. I definitely do need a break from all of that. And even a break from playing through games. Even though I really don't want to. Really don't want to do it. But I'm kind of forced to. Yeah, I've made a little bit more progress in the final arc for One Piece Vault Warriors 4. We did at least the first two chapters, I guess we can call it. And hopefully we will finish off that game sooner rather than later. Because that game should have been finished by now. Regardless, other games end up playing this month. Don't know how, but got into playing One Piece Burning Blood again. Picked up where I left off however long ago with that game and somehow platinumed it. Yeah, that was honestly pretty fun. A little frustrating, but fun. Also started picking up where I left off a few years ago with Sword Art Online Fatal Bullets. So I started playing that again. Along with that, I guess I technically started continuing with the post game for Next Amount Extinction. Not sure if I'm going to continue doing that. It was like a one night thing, but whatever. Beyond that though, ended up getting Persona 3 Reload in the mail this month. And started playing it. I'm at least finished with block 1 of Talos. I did record all of that, about 5 minutes footage is pretty much just flat out missing. Well, the second video, so that's annoying. Yeah, not sure if that's a let's play or not. Just felt like hopping into the game and not waiting for eons for me to finish Persona 5 Royal. Technically, I guess I'm calling that a let's play, but I'm not sure if I'm committing to it or not. So yeah, that's 6 videos recorded for that. I guess that's pretty much the reason why I never bothered with Persona 5 Royal this month. I guess. Not so if I'll even be able to do much of any recording for Let's Play Summit Race this month. Since we're going to be getting floors installed at some point this month. And apparently painting is going on as well, so that's a lot of background noise. But again, guess that's kind of a good excuse to not bother to do any recording. Because I really do need to just rest up badly. I'm only putting at least 12 and a half hours into Persona 3 Reload so far. About 7 hours of recorded footage, and the rest of it is level grinding. Literally haven't done a single social link in that game yet. But speaking of pickups, also ended up getting Conception Plus this month. In other words, Conception 1, the PS4 remake for the first game. Literally got that in the mail May 1st. So there's that. That's when the hell I'll get around to playing that game. Like everything in my backlog. Hopefully I'll get around to it at some point. In other words, I just didn't want to wait forever to try out Persona 3 Reload. So this one was just playing that game. I actually wanted to see how far I could get in that game throughout April. I believe I started playing that game around the 15th of April, but yeah, again, multiple games caught my attention this month. Don't even know how One Piece Falling Blood caught my attention. It just did. Yeah. Although, literally have no idea what to say. Literally don't. I really wish this chair would stop squeaking. Although, I don't know what other games I hopped into this month. I forget what else. I believe I made some more progress playing through Princess Peach's Soul Time. I think I'm on floor 4 or 3 in that game. Haven't played that in a while though. Yeah, that's what else. A bit of Switch sports on my own time. I haven't bothered to record that game in so long. It's kind of ridiculous. What else though? Yeah, I can't think of anything else at the moment. So let's talk about movies. So I ended up watching Snack Sack. Somehow I feel like I'm butchering that. But whatever. The 2024 movie Snack Sack. Honestly, this movie was not what I expected at all, to be honest. I figured it would have been like more teenage shenanigans, I guess you could say. Wasn't really much of that. Although this movie was okay, to be honest. I feel like it was at least a 6 out of 10 for me. Not really too much to say about it. It was an okay watch overall. Just wasn't what I was expecting at all for that movie. Also ended up finally checking out Fast and Furious, the first one, and I also watched the second one. Both of those the same night. Yes, I finally checked out some of those movies. Again, not what I expected at all from those movies. I feel like I was expecting more drag racing more than anything. Yeah, there are drag races in those movies, but not to the degree I thought it would be, if anything. Especially that second movie. No idea what the other movies are gonna be like whenever I get around to watching those. If anything, I think I'm just gonna watch those movies in the by the year they were released in, rather than chronological order. And I do feel like that's probably how I'm gonna tackle watching the Star Wars movies at some point. Believe it or not, I haven't watched those movies either. I know. I haven't seen those either. Technically, I've seen one and a half of those movies, just not sure which ones. And I saw those ones growing up, just don't know what ones those were. But yeah, I believe those were the only 3 movies I watched that this month. Other than that, finally finished watching The Wits and the Beast Season 1. Hoping that gets a Season 2. Also finished watching The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. I do hope it gets another season, but I definitely fell off of watching that show as it continued. Especially comparing it to The Wits and the Beast, and Solo Leveling, which I also finished watching season 1 for. Finished watching season 1 for that as well. Solo Leveling is getting a season 2 apparently later this year. I imagine the English version would be next year, but who knows? Still kind of wild to think about though. The wrong way to use healing magic was the one that kind of hooked me in the most at first, and I got out of it the most by the end. The Wits and the Beast started off interesting, by time like episode 5 and 6, I was getting a bit too creeped out to watch it, but kept watching it anyway. I'm glad I did, because that show really is good. And well, that show is genuinely rather interesting all the way through on some kind of level. And as for Solo Leveling, I still hate the art style, which is the big thing that got me tempted to get out of watching it during the first episode. I watched a few months back. I feel like by the time I reached like episode 4, that was when I was hooked. Once I got past all of the really gory, scary parts, so to speak. I can't stand stuff like that, so yeah, that was hard for me to get through. But once I got past that point, that's definitely when the show kept me interested. So it's just interesting to think what my journey was watching those 3 shows side by side one another. Other than that, finally finished watching Yu-Gi-Oh! 1998 plus the movie that goes along with it. But I would not call it a movie because it's literally 39 minutes. 29 minutes, I mean. Yeah, a half hour is not what I would call a movie, but whatever. I was actually kind of expecting more from that little movie, but whatever. Overall, Yu-Gi-Oh! 1998 was a lot better than I thought it would be, to be honest. Although I did go into the cell thinking Yami Yugi would literally be more intense and insane than he actually was in the show. Just based off of what I was hearing from that season, I was expecting Yami Yugi to be insane throughout the show. And honestly, he really wasn't. Not too much, at least. Which is interesting. I'm also surprised not every episode actually ended or started to end with a Shadow game. So that was definitely interesting. Not every episode having a Shadow game of any kind. Some episodes didn't really have that at all. Didn't really have like a game within it per se. Which is definitely just very interesting. I think the thing that made Yu-Gi-Oh! 1998 really fun to watch, was definitely what is this episode's game going to be? Because this season isn't specifically about duel monsters, the card game, that means anything else is on the table as a game. You don't know what it's gonna be, but you know more often than not, it's gonna be something different, and you're trying to think what is this episode's game or Shadow game going to be. But again, not every episode having a Shadow game was kind of interesting. Some episodes didn't have a game at all in it, if I remember correctly. Some had a game in it of sorts, but it wasn't technically a Shadow game. And other times there were Shadow games. And I think the only Shadow game that lasted longer than one episode was Bakor's fight. And I'm glad Bakor shows up in this show, but he does not show up until like nearing the end. And Yami Bakor literally doesn't show up until like the last 3 episodes, which is kind of sad. Would have been nice to see more of him, to be honest. Yami Bakor is definitely kind of wild in this season. Let's see. Let's impale your own hand in a toy castle's rooftop. Yeah, that was a kind of wild moment. Because that hand was controlled by the good Bakor. So Yami Bakor's method of stopping the good version was to just flat out impale that hand into a toy castle's rooftop. That was fucking wild. And absolutely fucking insane. You know damn well the good Bakor had to be screaming in pain off camera when he got full control of his body back. That shit had to fucking hurt. I don't know, the whole guessing game of what the game is for most episodes was a very fun part of this season of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I also had a lot of fun trying to piece together what's the solution? Literally, what's the solution to solving this game, this puzzle? And that was also very interesting as well. I think the one big example of me trying to figure shit out, literally with hostages on it, that game, Yugi and the bomber were playing in that episode was wild. Because literally I could not come up with the answer. A flower clock? Yeah, literally never heard of that in my life until watching that episode. This season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Really is absolutely fucking great. It would be really cool to see this season upscale to HD, to be honest. But sadly, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. It would also be really cool to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Do a spin-off season or series that follows somewhat what Season 0 did and have every episode be its own game of sorts. I think that would be really interesting to see a modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Season or series or spin-off, so doing something along those lines again. That would be pretty fun to watch. Will that happen? Let's face it, probably not. But it would be pretty cool though. So yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! 1998 is definitely worth watching for Soul. I definitely recommend it. Apparently there is a fan dub in the works, but that seems to be ages away from being completed though. If that ever does get completed, who knows, maybe I'll try and watch the fan dub for this, who knows. Yeah, this season was kinda wild. Again, recommend checking it out. Overall though, what else was though? I ended up watching this month. Um, I think I watched some more of The Food That Built America. Finally done with the new season of that. And this one I definitely feel like this show needs to end, to be honest. I was happy this show got a season 2 and a season 3. But I feel like by the time season 4, I feel like at that point, they should just stop the show. And yet they're still doing it, surprisingly. I started rewatching the first 12 episodes for Shadowverse. Yeah, currently I'm 6 episodes in. I stopped watching this show back when it was brand new. Once I finished watching episode 12, and I don't know, I just really need to play catch up to watching this series. I think I watched a few more episodes for Yu-Gi-Oh! Go-Us as well, early on this month, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I'm only like 17 or 18 episodes into that season of Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's still a long ways to go for that. Finally played catch up with Beyblade X again. I left off at like episode 15 or 16. And now I'm up to date. And currently I've watched up to episode 28. That took a little while to watch, to be honest. But at least I'm caught up with that show again. What else was there though? I think I watched a few of the newer episodes for Family Guy, I believe. Beyond that, watch wrestling like normal. Still not sure when I'll stop watching that. No idea. All I know is the past few months of it have just been tedious, I guess would be the word. For not really invested as much in watching it, but still follow it. Hopefully it gets a bit better for the next few months, who knows. Regardless, I think that's all I can think of. Still don't remember if there were any other games I end up hopping into this month or not. Literally just can't think of anything else. Still trying to think. Yeah, I ain't got a damn clue. So I think that's about everything then. Alright, there was another game I did pick up. This one was digital though. How the hell do you say the name of it again? Let's see. Lil Noah? I'm probably butchering that. That's how you say the rest of the name of the game. Regardless, I got the PS4 version of that. Really? It's literally been like a week since I got it, damn. Thought that was like only 2 days ago. Time flies by way too fucking quick. It really does. Considering we're already 5 months into this year, and it feels like we're at least halfway through the second month of the year. At least that's what I think it is, but that's not what it actually is. And anyway, guess there's no point in continuing to rant, since I can't really think of anything else, so... Till next time, stay golden.